Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. Talking with Bobcat Goldthwait. He's at Gotham Comedy Club this upcoming Friday and Saturday. Great club here in New York City. So I mentioned before that you did a lot of directing work as well. You directed the Jimmy Kimmel Show. There's something you directed that I saw that more people should see. It's a movie called Windy City Heat. Can you describe what this movie is?
I always have a hard time, and I'm not trying to be cute.
It is hard. I mean, as a fan of it, I can't describe it.
Perry Caravello has been friends with these two guys for now almost 17 years, Don Barris, and they've always done pranks or driven him crazy. And then we shot a movie where he was the lead actor in a movie called Windy City Heat. And like Perry's the kind of guy who would, you know, bring a condom to the set for his love scene. And then just before the love scene, I pull him out and put his stuntman in because of STDs. Sex scene is now, and he's like, that guy doesn't even look like me. And of course he... It's really hard to explain.
This is a lovable guy, okay? Really, but he's kind of obnoxious in the sense that he feels he should be a way bigger star than he is. And this movie, Windy City Heat, it's basically you're looking into this guy's life. He thinks he's starring in a movie called Windy City Heat, and the movie is about a guy who thinks he's starring in a movie, and they just follow him around.
And then when the movie comes out, he actually was a guy who starred in a movie. So we're down the rabbit hole, man.
It is.
It made me insane when I was working on it because there was cameras and then hidden cameras and then things we had set up in advance and things that were spontaneous.
Right.
And you never knew. I eventually just thought people were filming me when I peed when I made that movie.
I know, logistically, you start going, where are the lines? You're like, who's playing tricks on who? But it's one of the most unique films I've ever seen, and it's to the point where it's hard to explain.
It's hard to explain, and it really is funny. And,
laugh out loud.
I am a small cog in this machine that makes Windy City Heat, but I still talk to Perry or get calls from him all the time.
Now what's he up to?
I was in this film festival in London. And my phone rings, and I'm in the theater, and they're about to show one of my movies, and the 09's like, get it, that's probably important. And I go,
the 09.
Oh, hello, Perry. He's calling me.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, we still, the big three have a podcast, and they're still doing it. I mean, it's really the Russian dolls. There's so many levels to it. I will say to people, check it out. You will laugh. I mean,
God, no, it's called Windy City Heat. What year? That's like 7 years ago now, right?
Yeah,
right?
I remember showing it. You were talking about your dad. I showed that to my dad, so that's one of the last things he saw. It's me doing that.
But I fully recommend it because it's laugh out loud funny. Yeah, Windy City Heat. Check
Windy
it out,
City Heat. And so I finished a movie last year called God Bless America.
Okay.
And that was a movie that starred Joel Murray and
Bill Murray's brother Joel.
Yeah, and he was
funny guy. Yeah.
He was really talented. Joel was on Mad Men, and I knew him from a little movie called One Crazy Summer.
Yeah, I remember that.
We made. I remember when we made that movie. It was called My Summer Vacation, and then Warner Brothers changed the title. And Steve Holland, Savage Steve Holland, the director, was like, he's like, if they made Woody Allen movies, it'd be called One Neurotic Jew. so One Crazy Summer. So Joel and I remained friends, but it's about a guy who's suicidal. No, wait, it gets funnier. No, and he's got a gun in his mouth, and he's watching My Super Sweet 16, and then he just drives 300 miles, and he shoots and kills the girl from My Super Sweet 16. And her classmate's like, did you kill Chloe? And he doesn't say anything, and she's like,
that's
awesome. Yeah, that's affirmative. So then she convinces him that there's so many more people that need to be killed, so they go out on a killing spree. It sounds like the movie that was being promoted earlier.
That's fantastic. Yeah, serial about it.
It's called God Bless America, and a very, very, very violent movie.
Right.
A baby may or may not get shot. Spoiler alert.
But a comedy.
A
dark comedy.
They're always a comedy to me.
Right.
I've seen them, with audiences that were aghast. I did a movie called World's Greatest Dad that stars Robin Williams, and I remember they had the screening at Sundance at like 9 a.m., and it was just filled with all these white-haired people that were going to go see Mork, you know what I mean? And it opens with his son,
Right.
rubbing one out with a belt around his neck. That's the opening scene.
Yeah, Robin is Robin. Not as I know him. Robin Williams. He's a dark guy. He's and he's letting that dark side come out more in his work.
Yeah.
Like I saw 1 hour photo. Did you ever see 1 hour photo, Brent?
I did too. Yeah, I kind of liked it.
Me too. He's brilliant in it, but he's really good at playing those characters.
Yeah,
like,
this is another movie that was very dark for him.
Yeah.
You know, there's a scene where he's nude in the movie because he's like, I think I would be naked, and I was like, yeah, I guess you would be.
He's a hairy guy.
Well, he shaved before the scene.
Everything?
Yeah, and he shows up and he's nude, and I'm like, you just cost me the Bear audience. I mean, you were talking about trying to get that audience.
I mean, honestly, as a fan of Robin Williams, if I hear he's going to be nude, I want to see the hair.
Right. It's just like now he was nude. It made it much creepier when you could actually see.
Yeah, even with his shirt off, he looked clothed a lot of the time.
Yeah. When you could see. Little Mork, I don't know what to call it.
But no, when he does his stand-up special, sometimes those old specials,
just
in the Hawaiian shirt, like from '86 or something, he's got all the hair on his arm that looks like a long-sleeve sweater, and he's sweating like a pig.
Yeah, well, he said to me, he goes, the women that shaved him got carpal tunnel. In the middle of it, they quit. There was a walkout.
Were you a guy? He was famous for stealing jokes from comics.
Yeah.
Were you a guy that he stole stuff from?
No, and you know, I think the in defense of Robin, the difference between him and I think other folks is that there's an actual paper trail. There's some folks that he did lift stuff and then he went back and paid them.
That's what I heard about.
So then, you know, most guys who lift stuff, they go, I don't steal. You know, that's the battle cry. And
he admitted it and actually paid off comics.
I think if he hadn't done that, because I've been his best friend. I mean, I was his best man at his wedding.
Right.
I think I'm a little hurt he never lifted anything of mine then. You know, I think it's exaggerated because I think there's bragging rights with people to be able to say, you know, that. But I think he did the right thing.
Well, he would take a line and make it way better because he's him. You know, like a lot of people would say, like, you know, oh, he took a joke, but then he does it and it's like insanely funnier.
Yeah, and then by the time we were really close, he got so paranoid of being accused of that, he would actually not go into comedy clubs. He would always just stand outside and be very paranoid about people thinking he was lifting material. And recently, I've been taking him out to rooms, and he's starting to do stand-up again.
That's great. It's always good to hear that. Because he only did about 3 or 4 years ago. He had that last HBO special.
But he goes out and he works on material and stuff. Yeah. So I actually wrote another movie for he and I. So hopefully I'll go make that.
That's cool. You hang around for one more segment?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to.
All right, come back with more Bobcat Goldthwait.
As long as those guys don't show to break up your knees.
No. I think those guys hopefully are long dead.